Three, two, one, and we're actively recording. Greetings, YouTube viewers, social media users, and the vast online community of the internet. I apologize for the quality, and if I'm not looking directly at the camera, I am recording on my OnePlus 12 phone, and I have the phone horizontally or sideways. I don't know what's the difference between vertical and horizontal, but I have the phone sideways, like this, facing this way and not this way. So apologize if I upload on YouTube or share on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, or various other social media platforms, that the camera recording I'm doing a video selfie is like sideways and not upright. So I apologize for that, and I apologize for the video qualities or the sound qualities. So again, I'm recording through my OnePlus 12 phone. So again, greetings, YouTube viewers, social media users, and the vast online community of the general public of the internet. For anyone tuning in, thank you very much, and appreciate for all of you hearing what I have to say. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, and if you don't like what I have to say, you don't find me appealing, well, I apologize. But thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I am General Sunbeam. You might also know me as Sunbeam Titan, Sunbeam, Sunbeam Moonlight, Sunbeam 0071, Sunbeam 0072, and sometimes Sunbeam 0. The name Sunbeam has been a part of me since the mid-2000s, inspired by Calf Sunbeam from Zatch Bell Season 2, the character. You know, he wears green vest, has blonde hair, he works as a carpenter. If you heard of the anime, the classic anime Zatch Bell, and you made it through Season 2, around the time they're fighting Morodo Z or Zolfus, I believe, then you have lived through my generation. So yeah, I got the name off the character Calf Sunbeam, the carpenter, and he has a Momodo named Ponygon with the orange spellbook. I didn't just adopt it as an alias. I shaped it into something more. My original character, OC, General Sunbeam Moonlight. A powerful leader, or a powerful absolute leader, reflecting my vision of an ideal character. One with bright orange hair, fiery orange eyes, and a commanding presence in full military regalia. And I apologize, I gotta scroll my notes down. From there, my creativity expanded. General Sunbeam became more than just a name. He became the absolute leader of his own world, the Solar Regime, a powerful and prosperous orange nation within the grand continent of Soltaire. His story isn't just something I imagined. It's a world I built. Of course, within my head, my mental head. I have a big creativity. It's a world I built. A universe where I could express my deepest creativity. For those who follow my work and share my passion, thank you very much. I deeply appreciate that. And for those that don't, that's okay. I appreciate your time invested. And I appreciate those, again, that admired my passion. Thank you. Means a lot. You've likely seen my content here on YouTube, from personal vlogs to my original stories, fan fiction, and artwork, like on Wattpad or Blogspot, on various writing websites. My biggest literary project is my Wattpad series, Supremacy, Clash Between Heroes and Villains. Set in a vast, evolving, virtual alternative Earth called Titaniumas. Again, evolving virtual alternative timeline in a different world, or an alternative Earth called Titaniumas, or Titaniumas. Though I stepped away from it for years, like around 7 years, from a personal precise. The story constantly calls me back. Well, every time I'm at work, when I'm at work, I kept thinking about it. I always tell myself, when am I going to go back to writing? When am I going to go back to writing? Because I was usually at work, and whenever I'm away from writing, I tend to heavily daydream. Overthink. I daydream too much about anime. A lot of original characters, a lot of world shaping, a lot of character development, a lot of new characters, new character names, all that. I kept thinking up here. It's very hard to stay focused. So again, though I stepped away from it for years, the story constantly calls me back. Writing isn't just a hobby. It's a deep passion that consumes my thoughts daily, whether I'm at work or just going about my day. I'm always crafting new chapters, designing characters, and expanding worlds. I've been a storyteller since elementary school, 2005, going through high school. Long before the pandemic, before Obama's presidency, before Trump, before Joe Biden, then back to Trump. I've been writing since I could hold a pencil, filling journals with ideas, dreaming of becoming a novelist, creative writer, and anime author. Now I'm trying to become an animator, like Monty RWBY. To me, writing is like stepping into another reality, almost like putting on a VR headset and immersing myself fully. You know, like Sword Art Online, SAO, that anime from A1 Production. Sorry, I got stuffy nose, congestions, and all that. Got the common cold. But recovering day by day, so I apologize. So yeah, it's like putting on a headset and immersing myself fully into an alternative isekai world. Well, at the time, I don't know the term isekai, but it's like that. Just like Sword Art Online, SAO. In my mind, I don't just write stories. I live them. Expanding my world further, I created Lady Moonbeam, a ruler draped in shades of blue. The female version basically of Sunbeam, like Adam and Eve kind of thing. So again, I created Lady Moonbeam, a ruler draped in shades of blue, governing the celestial lunar regime. Then, an introverted leader of the green star regime, Sunbeam's twin reflection, embodying 5 times the quality intensely, which his name is Starbeam Charlie. I'll call him as Extreme or ex-Vice Colonel Starbeam Charlie, who is the twin, 5 times introverted, 5 times firm, serious, lack of sense of humor kind of, the twin of Sunbeam. Finally, the intellectual visionary Professor Galaxbeam emerge, a wise scholar clad in golden robes, representing the celestial wisdom of the Galaxanchi nation, or the ancient golden yellow color land of Chinese mixed Japanese culture and philosophy and the nation and all the cities and all that. The all-knowing, the heavily anticipated, 10 times smarter, educated, humbled Professor Galaxbeam of the Galaxy regime. But what's a story without conflict? To define the pinnacles of reality in my universe, I also created 4 overpowered villains. And to define the essence of the definition of hate, evil, demonizing, demons, villains, Satans, and all these hates and destructions, I created the overpowered villains. Darkwing, Blackwing, Shadowwing, and Deathwing. Though I myself am a firm believer in honor, goodness, and integrity, my villains exist to challenge my heroes, shaping a true clash between light and darkness. I mean, again, what's a story without conflicts? What's a story without a proper plot? At least I'm trying to give it some depth of reality here. So I got 4 heroes, 4 villains, all immortal, all invulnerable, all divine-like, godlike, all existing in an alternative reality of Earth. And, they can only fight each other to the death. Again, to other lesser humans and at my own discretion as an author, they're immortal. So it's like a man-made end of the world between actual gods here. Writing has been my lifelong passion. Through my work falls into general fiction and fan fiction and fantasy, I've always strived to respect copyright boundaries. Again, I always strive to respect copyright boundaries to the greatest best of my abilities. I will say this, It is my own story. It's my own original work. I work very hard on it. I put my heart and soul onto it. At the time, I was writing, typing, putting journals to paper at the time, and fan fiction should not be like something against the law, because that's not fair. People daydream and people think. People have inspirations. It's not fair that they can't just write like, oh, an alternative timeline of a certain anime if they want to put their original characters and see how they could solve a problem and all that. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as they don't do it commercially and sell to make money without proper licensing. So again, I try my best to honor copyright boundaries, to not commit copyright infringement by any means. I cannot promise that nor guarantee that. Copyright laws have feel very strict and unfair, or biased in my opinion. It always changes and ever evolving, but just know this: when I write my stories, I write it for free, I share it for free, I publish it for free, no money, no commercials. And if I want to make money, I would spend it to get licensings, permits, and permissions from other producers, authors elsewhere, because my story is full of reference, and it's not perfect. Like, there's always going to be full of Easter eggs, reference, or alluding to something. It is never ever 100% made out of original works. I try to be as creative as I can. So I'm telling you, I don't want to get in trouble for copyright infringement. I understand, I agree, and at the same time, I disagree. My apologies, got the bad nasal congestions. My voice is all altered because of the common cold or the severe allergies. So again, writing has been my lifelong passion. Though my work falls into general fiction, fan fiction, and fantasy, I always strive to respect copyright boundaries. I never intend to profit off the ideas of others. But if my work ever gains enough recognition to receive donations or support, I would use those funds to protect my stories legally, ensuring they are safeguarded against copyright claims. It's only fair considering the sheer effort. Heart, and time I pour into every piece I write. Storytelling is no easy task. It requires brainstorming, editing, revising, and refining ideas tirelessly. But despite the challenges, I love every second of it. It means a lot to me. It's just the same as every authors, producers, movie producers, television producers, and other artists or musicians and such. I know I pour my heart and soul into it. You pour your soul and heart to whatever you're doing, artistic wise. This person, that person, they, them. I understand. But for me, I do it non-profit, non-commercial. I do it because I love it. I'm truly passionate about it. I love writing stories. I am a firm believer in being a creative writer and an animator. I want to bring my stories to life. Period. If you made it this far, thank you for supporting my journey. I hope to continue expanding my creative universe and sharing my stories with the world. Stay tuned, and as always, this is General Sunbeam signing off. Peace. Sorry, well, I still got a little bit more to say. So again, that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm doing. I write stories on Wattpad, WATTPAD. I hope to grow in followers. At the moment, I believe I have 7 or 8 followers, because a friend of mine have supported and followed me on Wattpad. So thank you to a friend that followed me on Wattpad. I'm trying to grow to be a successful writer, a creative writer. And I wish I can get paid legally, either a small portion amount, to work from home. I don't want to work anywhere else. I don't want to work at a fast food, gas station, warehouse, office, banks, or whatever. I don't want to work at any boring technical job. I want to write stories. I want to get paid for it. Paid enough to be considered full-time, enough to pay my bills, keep up the housing market. But I doubt that's how the reality works. So I'm just speaking my mind and expressing my disagreement with how reality is as of now. I disagree with it. Writing stories means a lot to me. I wish I can reverse it where I can work 10 to 12 hours writing stories instead of working where I work at. And again, my stories is my original work. even though it contains a lot of Easter egg reference or alluding to certain other subject or authors or other movies and TVs, it is considered my original work, tangible, put my heart and soul into it. I write over like 10K stories almost. Like I write the longest stories, a big fat thick book. So again, I love writing my stories on Wattpad. Again, I am Sunbeam Zero, General Sunbeam on Wattpad. And I know I have live streamed this numerous times on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, where it shows that I have written my stories on Wattpad. I've been trying to heavily safeguard it to protect it against other copyright claims and to be copyrighted, like stealing my works, copyright infringement or plagiarism. I understand the laws of copyright, but again, I agree, and at the same time, I disagree with it. It feels strict. I don't want to be sued or attacked because, again, I'm not doing this for profit or for money. I'm not making any commercial use out of it. I just want to grow in recognition and have it to be noticed and to have my creativity be recognized. Because, again, I don't get paid for it. That's sad. I wish I could get paid and make it as a living. But like I said, it's non-profit. If I make money out of it, I would try to do it. I would have it spent towards legal means to get it safeguarded, like license, permits, and all this, like actual permission from authors, just to simply use the name or something. So yeah, because I work very hard on this. I created 8 immortal characters, 4 villains, 4 heroes, all clashing against each other. They all have their own world. They're all godlike. They have all kinds of superpowers. They're like that way at the top. I created them like One Punch Man's overpowered, OP, as OP as it can be. And the only way they can cancel out is they have to fight each other on equal terms. I don't get mad. I get even. So yes, I appreciate your support. I appreciate those tuning in, listening to what I have to say from start to finish. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your admiration towards my stories. And again, it's optional. I'm not like forcing anybody to read my stories or to give a like or so. But I just want viewerships, recognitions, at the least. So this is General Sunbeam, Sunbeam072, Sunbeam Titan, and Soltaire Cosplay reporting. Peace.